I believe in you.
Well, we ain't going live yet then. But there we go. We live.
We live.
Sundays and Wednesdays. Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't know I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing that way. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. I'm your boy OG. So listen to him say that.
I know, right?
OG. Yeah.
That man that got light skin.
To my right on the avatar, we got my man G. And down below us both, we got Decatur's warmest embrace.
Oh.
What up, fellas? What up? How y'all doing on this wonderful hump day?
Hey, yeah, that's what I needed to hear. You know what I mean? I'm almost done. What's happening, fellas? What's happening?
How you doing, G? I don't know if you can
Man, I'm hanging in there,
doing,
boy. I'm good, man. Trying to walk up out this JOB, baby. They put it on your boy today, boy.
That man said they put it on and with the whipping stick.
Yeah, I heard.
Man.
So I'm gonna do my best imitation. So I want to welcome everybody to the show. So I see James Lewis John out there. What's up? Kamari White. What's happening? So welcome to the crew and you. Yeah, I want to welcome everybody out there. Everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
No doubt.
And when you come to the show, don't tell a friend, bring a friend, and don't come by, as you would say, yourself.
Hey, the crew, we on live, baby. Say what's up to the crew and you, baby. Freeman, say what's up, my dog. Steve, say what's up, my dog. To the crew and you, baby.
Remus,
what's up, dog? You on live. No, it's my show, man. It's my show. This is my show. Say what's up, man.
Hey, you can see G's on location.
right. He definitely that. He definitely that. Look, the building in you.
Right, baby. Subscribe to the channel, baby.
Hey, Kanisha Davis, welcome to the show. Ashley, welcome to the show. Yeah, it's hump day.
No, that's right. Like you said, Gavin is with the building in you.
Yeah. So welcome to episode 24. We got a pretty good show. A lot of it's gonna be a little fly off our hip to see how things work out tonight. But we're gonna start out with something that we didn't end up with it, but we talked about it a lot. Last week.
I heard you had some more stuff that you wanted to continue.
Yeah, we wanted to continue, and that topic is for those that may have not been here last week was the comments that the current coach of the Denver Broncos made about his predecessor, as in saying that it was the worst coaching job in NFL history.
Now, OG. Okay. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Corey. What you got?
Now, that was it. Now, since then, he's retracted he's retracted his statement, saying that, there may not have been the best choice of words. Do you believe him when he says that, he made a mistake or he may have just spoke a little hastily with that comment about his, like you said, his predecessor in taking that job? Do you think that he was just in his feelings? Do you think that it was just a situation where he may have said something in haste and not thought about it first? Did you accept his apology?
No, I didn't accept his apology. I think we talked about it. I think it may have been Kanisha. Someone mentioned it last week that apology, I don't think it was heartfelt. I think it was forced. Because
who forced it?
Like I think Kanisha, someone in the show last week said he got emails, he got complaints. So I guess from the complaints, he just tried to ease some of the fire that was about to set off based on what he did, what he said. But to me, when you said it, you meant what you said. So to come back with an apology a day later, whatever the case may be, because I think he meant what he said initially. So to come back with an apology and say it's a bad choice of words, I don't believe it.
And so I guess I'm saying, once you say that, you're right. I am a firm believer in, sometimes you can say things that's emotionally driven, and but you can come back after you kind of cleared your head, or like you said, somebody's giving you an email where it's giving you time to clear your head, and then you be like, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think a natural reaction is, okay, you got to be able to say what you feel sometimes, and that's what he felt. Was it wrong? Yes, but you do get a chance to redeem yourself or to apologize. You know what I'm saying? This is a fraternity club of coaching. I think he should. He's earned the right to either retract the statement or go, my bad, man. I was just in my feelings. You don't think so?
I don't think so. And I think the coach for Denver, Hackett, has come back and he's made a few statements basically saying that they're in a glass house. Everybody's in different rooms. Everybody's got keys. And he's basically saying that Sean Payton broke the coach code.
Coaching code?
That's basically, he didn't come out and say that, but that's basically what he's saying. You know how you got a bro code?
Yeah.
So he's saying he broke the coach's code.
Dang.
By coming out and bashing my man, and bashing him like that by saying it's the worst coaching job in NFL history. That's pretty strong words.
That's strong to say that, but it was a terrible job, though, right?
But the thing about that is that, and this what leads you just opened up the lead to my next point. So it was a bad coaching job. So the Broncos ended up 5-12 last year, right?
Barely, right?
5-12, okay. But you had D'Amico Ryans. They went to the Houston Texans. Taking over the job from Lovie Smith.
Mm-hmm.
The Houston Texans were 3-13. But
Lovie was one and done, right?
Yeah, but D'Amico Ryans didn't come out and put Lovie Smith on blast, and they had a worse record than Denver did.
Now Lovie, he's been a coach before, though.
But I'm saying if you're going off a record, and what happened then? That means everybody coming into a position after a bad record like that should be putting them on blast based on what Sean Payton did.
But in fairness to Lovie Smith, he didn't have a team the Denver Broncos team. The Houston Texans weren't expected to be anything. Denver Broncos were. So in fairness, with the type of team that Denver had, they were not expected to win just 5 games. They was expected to compete for that division.
Yeah.
And to win 5 games with the guy they traded for, Russell Wilson, and then had Russell Wilson looking like a broke down Cam Newton. It really made it look worse than it probably really was.
So how Cam Newton get in all this, man? We're talking about coaches, and you done throw Cam up in there.
But I gave Cam a little credit. I said a broke down Cam Newton.
But I'm still saying it's not like you give Cam Newton no kudos or nothing.
That was kudos. That was kudos.
That was the kudos?
Yeah. I broke down Cam Newton. I mean, Cam Newton was good enough to be broken that.
Okay. I'm about to say. Hey, okay.
That's how
But I guess I guess what my head is right now, it's like we're so PR, PC driven, where we got to be politically correct all the time. A person can't emotionally drive a comment and say how he felt. We know who Sean Payton is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like Sean Payton, he meant that. Yeah, he apologized, but he didn't mean that apology.
That's what I said.
But he didn't really. Go ahead, my bad.
He didn't really
Go ahead, G.
apologize.
Right.
He didn't really apologize, but he tried to kind of cover it up a little bit. But then he was like, I'm apologize to him. Like, the coach Hackett came out and said he didn't even call me. This man ain't called me and apologized yet.
He ain't gonna call.
He ain't gonna call you because he meant what he said.
Right.
So what y'all think about what Kenisha said? She said, I think he was speaking out of emotion. Grown men do it all the time. Sadly, he has to pay for his actions.
Oh, I would say my wife ain't said that. That's Kamari. I would say my wife ain't
Kamari. Kamari. I'm sorry. Yeah, Kamari said it. My bad.
Look, I was say she said what? Look, because I say all kind of stuff and she don't let me off the hook like that. Okay.
Yeah, Kamari said, yeah, my bad. What you think about that?
There's some facts to that, you know what I mean? And sometimes you got to be let off the hook to say, what, my bad, you know what I mean? Because emotions can drive you to say some not so good things sometimes, or you just got to be able to retract it, because in your mind you want to just get it out. When that reporter asked him that, you put me on the spot. This is how I felt at the time. Most of the time they'll go, let me think about that for a second.
And see, I guess some people think it's the downfall of mine, but when I get upset about something, then I go into like a chill mode. I just want to be by myself. I want to be bothered, whatever the case may be. Think about what's going on that got me upset, and then address it. Because for me, if I address it right then and there, I'm gonna say a whole lot of things I don't mean and don't intend to say at that particular point in time. But so it's best that I lay low for a minute and then come back with it. That's just me personally.
Yeah. What about you, G?
It depends on how hurt I am. If I'm gonna lash back right then. If I'm really hurt, you gonna feel for me right now. I gotta say it. It was nothing, man. I let that thing pass.
Oh shit. No.
What, Gore?
That man said it depends. If I'm hurt right then, I'm finna say something. If I'm in my feelings, If I'm hurt, how okay, and I commend you, G, for OG for saying you got to walk away getting your feelings. Sometimes I want to at least get it out. Now, there's only one, I guess, how you say, there's only one caveat to that, or one, exception to the rule, and that's, with your wife. But anybody else, finna say something.
I guess to me, and I guess there's two levels of it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess let's get it straight. So 2 levels of it. So my thing about words is just like that old saying: sticks and stone may break my bone, but words can never hurt me. But if it gets physical, then that's a tell of a different story. Then it's gonna be some comeback right then and there.
So we all know that there's trash talk in sports, right? Do y'all consider this a part of trash talk? Because coaches they get to say stuff after the game, before the game, but never is it a situation where they're asked about the person's the person that had the job before them. Was this in bad taste? Do you look at Sean Payton differently? Do you does this take some cool points from him? A level of respect? How do you feel about his statement at this point, or how do you feel about Sean Payton?
I love it. I think trash talk is a part of the game, and now the coaches are doing it too. Man, I'm all for all that. That's what it's about. Like, bring that competition up a level. I remember when Jimmy Johnson was going at it with Buddy Ryan. They were going at it in the media. They were talking their trash. I love it, but nobody said anything about Jimmy Johnson talking trash or Buddy Ryan.
But this to me,
But
this is not trash
now
talking.
I think. Ooh.
This is not trash talking, because trash talking is a DB or a receiver saying to a DB, "You can't handle me, you can't cover me," or a DB saying, "You don't want to come over here. This is my territory," or something like that. That's trash talking. But this man basically,
Not you trash.
I mean, this guy
Not saying
basically,
you trash, man. You trash.
that's trash talking. But this dude just basically insulted this man on his profession and his job. That's
But you don't have the job no more.
What do you think?
I'm saying though, he's still coaching. So what I'm saying is that's just
Right,
like,
but is it?
I guess to me that's just like somebody coming to you and writing you up for something they shouldn't have written you up for.
Nah, they ain't the same.
So
They ain't the
let
same
me ask
thing.
you this, OG. Let me ask you this, OG. Isn't that the same as the receivers and the DBs going back and forth?
That's
They
trash
calling
talking.
each other trash. You can't guard me. You can't
Right,
guard me. That's their
that's
job.
trash.
That's their job, right?
That's trash talking.
But isn't that their job
But
too?
this-
Isn't
but
that
for
their
you to
job
come out-
too?
Yeah, but for you to come out and say that this is the worst coaching job in NFL history, there have been teams that have been worse. They're supposed to be good, and then they just like Denver, and lost their coach. You know, for prime example, they didn't lose their coach. They didn't lose
But
their
Sean
coach. They
Payton ain't
lose all
playing
over.
them.
I know, but I'm saying,
He
but
playing-
even though they go ahead.
I'm just saying, Sean Payton ain't playing them. He playing this one right here. So he ain't playing all the other people. He not going against them. He going against this guy in week 5. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
And it's gonna be on the pop. I'm gonna have my popcorn.
right. So but he throwing his trash now. You don't think that's what he's doing?
That's what he's doing, but I tell you what, it might get him too.
But you know what? So this is the thing here. When you are baited into a question and asked about, for him to say this was a terrible job, I still give it to that same. It's the same analogy of, or like I said, if you were just in a room and I got to come up and clean up after you, and then you ask me how's it going, man, this dude was a slob, or this is the worst room I ever been in, because it's gonna have a reflection on your cleanup job. He's coming behind another coach that lost his job, and then he got like when the whole situation with Russell Wilson and his personal quarterback coach. The first thing he said was, "Hey man, you got to get rid of that. I don't operate like that. You're gonna listen to me, not this dude, and then you're gonna try to run my offense with this guy's teaching you how to throw, or no. That's what he was like. It was a worse job ever. You letting other players have their own coaches. I think he was just more or less, like I said, emotionally driven to say, what a terrible job this is, or look what I have to clean up. Look at this mess over here. That's how I'm looking at it right now.
But I think
So
I think G mentioned it last week though. He made comments on that, to the fact that we're not going to do anything that this guy did. What he did is not the direction we want to take this team in.
Right.
But so he could have said all those statements and left it right there. He didn't have to go in and add to that this is the worst coaching job ever in NFL history. He could have left it at those statements, basically saying is everything they did, we're not going to do because it didn't work.
Does anybody know what the question was that baited him to say that?
No, I don't know what the question was. It may have been something about how you go. What do you go do better than last season? I don't know what the question was. They had no idea. But even regardless of what the question was, like I said, G said he answered the question like he should, like he could have, professionally like he did. But what added all the problem was when he added the last statement saying it's the worst coaching job in NFL history. History now, not just last season, but NFL history.
TCY family, y'all gotta help me out, because I think that'll clear up a lot of information that we're missing out on, because we're just using that statement. Something had to have baited him to do that. But at the same time, I always say he hit the carousel that he came from. you know, this is what they do. This is who he was taught to speak this way.
Yeah.
But
And
Bill Parcells,
what
but
I-
Tracy, go ahead, G. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
I was
go
about to say, from what I heard, this reporter is good at getting this stuff out of coaches and players. He has a way of sneaking a question in to get you to kind of, you know, say some stuff. So this reporter's supposed to be really, really good at his job.
So you said he
Payton-
baited him, huh? He baited him, huh?
Yeah, baited him in there. Yeah, baited him in there.
My wife told me, he probably said, "How are you doing?" And he just let loose. It's the worst job ever.
So like I said, I'm okay with the bashing part, but I guess that's the only part. That's the only statement I had a problem with.
I got a question.
I could even accept if he said the worst coaching job last season, but to say the worst coaching job in history.
And that's what I'm saying. Let me ask you a question. Can coaches, you know, go at other coaches? Why I can't tell you that you did a terrible job?
Right.
Like I said that supposedly, according to Hackett, it's supposed to be this coach's code. Kind of like the bro code. I mean, they're supposed to have this coach's code, according to what he said.
And that's what I'm saying. Outside of an unwritten code, if I'm taking your place, if I'm taking place of a job that you did that you did terribly, or you just didn't do a good job on, why am I not allowed to go? Did y'all see the dude that did the job ahead of me? You know.
But he is not the okay. Who I can't remember. But when he went to the Saints, who did he follow? I'm sure the Saints wasn't that great. I'm sure they were not. So when he went to the Saints, who I'm sure
he probably could have. Saints were terrible.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the point I'm trying to make. So when he went to the Saints, and the Saints were terrible.
Yeah.
Why did he not make the same type of comment then that he's making now?
Because he wasn't a Super Bowl winning coach, you know, or a coach with a pedigree that he has at this point, you know. You got to have a pedigree to be able to talk like that, though.
Because he won one Super Bowl, he can talk like that.
You got a bunch of coaches that ain't won no Super Bowl.
I know that, but I'm saying because that gives him. So that means that Bill Belichick can go right here and talk about anybody he wants to then.
Yes.
But he doesn't.
He could. He would.
But he doesn't. To me, it's a matter of class. That's what it is. A matter of me. To me, that's classes.
Go ahead, G. My bad.
Oh. No, you good. I got two questions for you all. So, did Sean Payton take the job after Mike Ditka left?
Where?
Who was the coach? Who was the coach who picked up Ricky Williams?
That was Ditka. That was Ditka.
Did Sean Payton come after?
In New Orleans?
Yes. Yeah.
Did Sean Payton come after that?
I think he did. Did.
Okay, so he probably not gonna say nothing about Mike, even though Mike Ditka was a horrible coach.
It was a terrible job.
So listen to what you're saying now. So you saying he was a horrible coach,
right?
But so why would he not say it? Because Mike Ditka won the Super Bowl? Is that why?
I think he probably wouldn't say anything because he was just going into his coaching job. Like he was young, trying to get into it. So he probably wasn't gonna say nothing back then. But now he got a little skin in the game as a coach.
I'm sure some coaches that don't like other coaches. You know, I'm sure that I'm pretty sure it could have been something where he go, man, this dude was terrible, you know, or I would never hire him as an OC, or I would never hire this dude, you know, because he's not good. You know what I mean? That's got to be, even if there is a code, you know, there's got to be a line that you draw. You know what I'm saying? And especially when I got to come behind you. Go ahead.
Yeah. If there's a code, normally if there's like the bro code, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when somebody crosses the line on the bro code, more people come out like, damn, I can't believe he broke the bro code. Ain't nobody came out and said, man, I can't believe Payton broke the coach's code. No other coaches came out and said anything about some coach's code.
Right.
So is there? Remember when? And I hate to bring this up, not this only I can think of right now, but Kobe Bryant when he said about Shaq, yeah, you and I I mean, I've seen Shaq do the same thing, or whatever you
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
He both up, and all the players like, oh man, I can't believe Cole did that. Like, Cole, no, he didn't cross the line. That's ain't nobody really doing that with this. Ain't no coaches came out to his defense, but like, yeah, dog, that was wrong.
yeah. I don't know what was on Sean's mind. He shouldn't have
Right,
done that.
right. Is
Some of the
Hackett, now that's the one we're not talking about. Is Hackett just hurt? Is he just emotional?
you got to be a little bit emotional when you knew you did a terrible job, right? Or I ain't gonna say a terrible job, but when you didn't do a good job, But if somebody's coming behind you, okay, I got I ain't gonna say a great example, but a good example. Have you ever have y'all ever painted before?
You mean paint? They can really paint?
I ain't gonna say they really paint. Have you ever painted a room before?
Oh yeah, paint the room. Yeah.
Just paint. Yeah, then somebody go, or you seen somebody paint and then you see the white spots and splotches between it, and they go, well, it's terrible. I mean, it's just if you know how the job is supposed to be done, and you come behind somebody, like my wife, what she'll do is she'll start painting, and then I got to come behind and fix it, But you don't tell the person it's a terrible job. But if you cool enough, you go, well, it's terrible here, But you got to fix it.
I'm waiting on the comment.
Yeah, it might come. She knows she be doing that. That's how I have to finish up and paint. But I just thought about it when, like I said, when somebody comes behind you to have to fix what you did, you get a little frustrated. You know what I mean? And I think that was Sean Payton. It was just a level of frustration because of all the stuff that you got to fix.
I told you. What did I tell you?
Wait, what you say? Excuse me? The hell? You know what?
I knew it was coming. It's just a matter of time.
Look, I had to come back and fix all those splotches, But you get frustrated because I'm like, I ain't want to paint this, You want to do this. But I'm just giving an example when you come behind somebody in frustration.
And to let you know, it was not Mike Dicker. It was Jim Haslett that was here before at the Saints before him.
Was it Haslett? Okay.
Haslett was there from 2000 to 2005, and Payton came in 2006.
Has Haslett got a job since then as a head coach?
I don't think so.
He's been a better coordinator than a head coach. But look, you can add him on to it too, because both of them, him and Dick, did terrible in New Orleans, and they both had Ricky Williams.
And Sean Payton didn't say nothing about that.
I mean, what you gonna say?
He ain't have no skin in the game. He had no skin in the game.
Okay, so you got no skin in the game now.
Yeah.
Don't y'all think so?
I think so. I think so.
I keep saying it. He did not have to make the statement about worse in NFL history. He could have just left it with his initial comments, talk about the fact that what was done before him, they're not going to do it because it didn't work or whatever the case may be. But the part about the worst coach in NFL history, like I said, I could have accepted if he'd have said the worst coach last year. But in NFL history?
But, and he said coaching job. Not
the same thing.
I mean,
what's the difference?
You can
coaching
get
job.
Yeah. Coaching job in NFL history.
He's not the worst coach in NFL history. That was the worst coaching job at that time. He had an off year.
How long was Hackett there? How long was he there?
1 year.
One year.
One and done.
But so what about my man at the Raiders?
Who?
He's still there, unfortunately.
He's still there, but look at the coaching job he did.
He didn't get fired?
Yeah. Somebody say it? Yeah,
No, he didn't get fired, but I'm just saying, y'all talking about, bad coaching jobs. I still disagree. As usual.
So how would you feel?
Disagree. How would I feel?
Let me ask y'all this. How would y'all feel if more coaches came out and just did a little trash talking? Would y'all be okay with that? Corey, so
I would. But it wouldn't bother me.
But it depends on how they do it. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You know, it's gonna have to be a situation where when you eat it out, you got to take it. Because I'm gonna tell you, if the Jets should happen to go to Denver and beat Denver at Denver, I think they're playing at Denver in week 5. Then it's gonna be some more trash talking that's gonna happen, and Sean Payton gonna have to take it.
I'm sure it can go both ways. Like right now, either he done put his players on the hook, he done put his coaching his coaching reputation on the hook. Both of these sets of players are gonna be playing for their coaches. You know, we already know that Aaron Rodgers done drew his line in the sand. You know, basically pulled a Will Smith, leave my coach name out your damn mouth. You know, the only thing that's missing is a slap. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be playing hard. He's gonna be playing hard for his offensive coordinator and Sean Payton. You know, he gonna, like you said, it's probably gonna be a bounty on there. Hey man, somebody, go get him.
Hey, don't think that same thing might not be on Sean Payton.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna, it's gonna be a bloodbath at this point for this part right here, and Game 5. But I'm just curious to think that, or let me change that. I just feel like a coach should be able to say, if I'm coming behind you to cover my own ass, you know, I gotta say, listen, I didn't do that. You know, listen. That was some trash that y'all were going through last year. We're not going to do that. We're going to be a more sound football team. We're going to be able to do this, that, and the third. You know, all them parking spaces and extra coaches, all y'all that had extra people under y'all, that's got to go. I got to be able to say a few things to let y'all know that this was garbage that y'all went through. You know, the Denver Broncos family or the Denver Broncos faithful deserve better. I got a job to do. So I just gotta let you know that I'm a little frustrated at what I saw.
Right, and I agree with that, and that's where you leave it.
So you just saying it should have been a little bit more classier.
No, I'm just saying he should have left it right there.
That's it.
Yeah. The only problem I have with is when he starts saying about the worst coaching job in NFL history. I mean, you can say you're not doing this, You saw this didn't work, that didn't work. I'm not following down that same scheme. We bring in our own coaches. We go do this, we go do that. Other coaches from outside cannot come in if you're not on the staff. You can say all that. But then my only part is about the whole situation is the last statement that he made.
The whole it works in history.
Yeah, that's my. I'm saying you can do all. You can say everything you just said prior to, because it's all 100% true. But the last thing he said, you can't say there's the worst coaching job in NFL history, because I'm sure there's been worse coaching job than what he did.
You know what? I remember I had a professor told one of my buddies, said, you got to be the dumbest in the SWAC. You know, and he was my friend Patrick, man. I ain't seen Patrick Devers in a minute, but he said, you got to be the dumbest in the SWAC. But we know, come on, that's what I'm saying. It was a frustration, you know what I'm saying? Because he said something stupid, You got to be the dumbest MF in the SWAC. That stuck with me to this day.
As you know me, I like receipts. So Sean Payton will have to show that is the worst coaching job in NFL history to make that kind of statement. Because I don't think it is.
You don't think that them Broncos were supposed to win 10 games last year?
But you can't tell me there have not been other NFL teams. He said history now. Other NFL teams in the history of the NFL that has supposed to have been successful and were not.
You don't think he has a right to say that when I'm coming into that job that you just did last year?
Right, I'm saying you can say everything about the job he did, and you're not gonna have a repeat performance of that. You can say all that because that's factual. You're not gonna do that. You don't want to do that. But like I said, the only problem I have is the very last statement.
In history. Oh, come on. I think that was just a little embellishment, man. Come on. You don't need a receipt for that.
Yes, you do too.
He said, yes, you do too.
You said in NFL. You said in NFL history. You need receipts.
Listen, your nephew said I made the best beans in the world. You know, well, I knew it was great. You know, your brother said I made the best collard greens that in history. You know,
Who said that? Who said that?
I was like, your brother said, and everybody said these some of the best greens I've ever had. I gotta take that, but I know that it's an embellishment. They were hungry at the time.
But I know one thing. I can't believe my brother said that because I know my grandmother looking down on him right now.
I'm just saying he was hungry at the time.
I said, boy, you done lost it.
What I'm saying is the coach embellished a little bit. That's all I'm saying. You know, but he was in his feelings, and that's all. I just feel like Sean Payton, but he deserves to do that when you got a record like he has, Super Bowl caliber coach, and has done the job that he's done in New Orleans. When you take a team that was bad as New Orleans was, and then you made them a great team, took them to a Super Bowl playoffs every year, made Drew Brees one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it. After they thought that he wasn't going to be as good as he was, what is that in the Chargers? Hey man, you got to give that man some credit, but you got to give him a little bit of rope, with his statement, man.
Nah, I'm not taking nothing away from his coaching ability. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, just the last statement. And right to say, not in the world, Corey. Not in the world. Not in the world.
I feel you. That was up. Well, I mean, like I said, are you off of it? Are you okay with it now at this point?
I'm good with it.
Okay.
Like I said, as we do on most things, we agree to disagree.
Facts. G, you done made it home?
Yeah, huh?
Okay.
I don't know what we do here now. Because he got this over now. I guess when we bring this one in.
You gotta cut your phone.
Remove that one.
There you go.
Let me see if I can get this thing off of here. Look, I don't want to end the whole show.
Oh, yeah, I've been saying.
Yeah, so as usual, we go agree to disagree on that topic like we do on most topics.
No doubt. Well, before we get to your next one, let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all been watching any of your team's practices this week?
I can't say that I have.
No?
No, not really.
Okay. I've been more vested in mine, but at the same time, I always notice, and then and I started to realize this here too. A lot of people watch, Cowboy, right? They TikTok it, they do, as much as I don't have anything vested in it. I do see a lot of TikToks going around, and I want to say this, and I'm not throwing shade, not throwing jabs, but I have noticed something, and this is for you, G. Your quarterback is getting a lot of scrutiny early, even if it's not, like I said, they even taking clips from, I think this was 2 years ago, and I just happened to notice that it was 2 years ago, but they're making it seem like it's this year. But your quarterback is already getting a lot of, I ain't gonna say negative attention, but a lot of hate. Is there a reason for that?
He's a Cowboy. He's a Cowboy. It's just like you said. All you see on social media is Cowboys training camp. Everybody else is in training camp, but you're seeing mostly Cowboys content. I showed y'all an Eagles fan talking nothing but Cowboy stuff, and then when they show that they won't show their stuff, they'll put like a stat. They're keeping stats of their practices.
Mm-hmm.
My quarterback is going 15 for 16 in practice, and he hasn't thrown an interception. that comes with the territory, so that's expected.
So you used to this?
Yeah, this every year, dog. This ain't strange. This is every year. This is every year for us. That's what American team is about.
See what Snap Panther say, don't you?
What do you say?
He said, no, that's not the case. Yeah, because he's overrated.
I don't see how y'all figure he's overrated.
Mm.
That's just once again some more hate. How is he overrated? This man ain't in the top. Y'all say he's not in the top 10. How is he overrated?
I've been.
Go ahead, Corey. I'm sorry.
I was just because I'm trying to put two and two together. Like you said, I don't have anything vested in it, but I do see a lot of people post. They post a lot. As far as Cowboy training camp, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been watching a lot of my own training camp with a few takeaways here and there. I like how we look, but you're right. I hadn't seen any Commanders. I hadn't seen any Giants. I've seen and I've seen some Ravens. I've seen some Ravens. I hadn't seen much of the Super Bowl champions, Chiefs, but I've seen a lot of clips from the Cowboys, either positive or negative, but mainly just the hurt. Like I said, the hate on my man Dak Prescott. I ain't gonna say my man. That's too strong.
That was strong. That was right.
I'm saying that was for me. That was too strong.
Oh.
The player Dak Prescott. He's not my man or whatever. I like Campbell Soup, but
man of the NFL.
Excuse me.
The man of the NFL.
Who's the man of the NFL?
Dak Prescott, baby.
You at your there we go. See, here we go.
Oh, the NFL Man of the Year. Okay. He was the NFL
see,
Man.
That's not the way you said it. See, you should have come out and said that.
You said the man of the NFL.
Yeah. See, you started out the wrong way.
Yeah, fix your wording.
Tomato.
No. Tomato.
Yeah, the NFL Man of the Year or the Man of the NFL. Yeah,
that's a whole lot different.
It was a confusing statement, but like I said, my words were a bit too strong to say my man. But I'm just saying, I noticed they've been hating on him a lot.
You never hear me make that statement. And a lot of that is Cowboy fans just like they're trying to get that hoopla going. That's all that is. Anyway,
you think it's Cowboy fans that's doing that?
Yeah. Just public.
No. These are haters here. There ain't no Cowboy fan going.
They still doing it. They just want to get something started out there. That's all it is.
You think they're baiting their own team?
Anybody do a TikTok?
No. Not anybody.
How you know who created TikTok or what kind of fan they are?
You can look at the You see the content creator, But what I'm saying, when you put out an old video, and like I said, just so happened I noticed, I was like, that ain't even the same year, but they made it seem like it was this year, and I was like, that ain't. I try to be fair here, OG. And sometimes it ain't fair.
I appreciate you, Corey. I appreciate you, man.
Corey, you're a little bit too modest for me, man.
I'm waiting for y'all to put out some content too. I hadn't seen anything with y'all,
Yeah.
You don't have to do all that, but like you said, what you talking about, the content you talking about is not positive content. So I don't see what that's all about. I mean, it's all negative content. So
that's why I asked.
There is positive content out there, but they're not posting that. They're posting all the negative. They're posting all the negative stuff. That's what they're doing.
But the Cowboy fans should be posting the positive content.
We do.
Now I will say this here, OG. I have seen content on your football team, but let me tell you what it's been surrounded by.
Magic
Johnson. I know it's been surrounded by
Magic Johnson and his family.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Magic Johnson ain't through the football.
I'm just saying, like I said, I kept y'all. Y'all tried to down the owner last year, and I was with y'all. I never did disagree with anything y'all said about Snyder. I kept saying over and over and over again, we need a change of the changing of the guard. And now we got the changing of the guard. And I'm glad Magic got that down. Magic can't play the liquor football. But it's just that winner's mentality that he's bringing to the team. I think that's going to help.
Let me ask y'all this. And I got this off of live with Ashley and Kamarie on their last show. Great episode again. And do y'all feel it's okay for Magic Johnson to be giving blood? So he's donating blood.
Yeah, so now we're going away from sports. Now we're getting political here now.
It's still sports. The Magic is sports. He's basketball and football at this point.
But what is his current state?
AIDS. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I ain't answer that right. I'm sorry, HIV. Yeah, he just HIV. He HIV positive. But
I don't know enough. I don't know enough about. To me, I don't know enough about making that comment. My first instinct answer to that question would be no. But I don't know enough about medically with him donating blood, if somebody receives that blood, what would be the potential negative impact from them receiving that blood? Can they now be infected with that disease or not? I don't know. No, technically, just thinking off the top of my head, I would say yes.
Mhm.
But medically, I don't know.
So the crazy part is Magic has been giving blood for the past, it's been almost 20 years at this point. He's been giving blood, there's been no kickback. And then at the same time, he's cocktailed himself for the past 35 years, I guess, almost 30 years, to where it's undetectable in his system. I'm not saying that doesn't mean it's not there, but he, like you said, HIV is not traceable in his blood. Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's vaccinated. I'm not saying that he doesn't, but he's been an advocate for this for over 25, almost 30 years. And at this point now,
32 years, right?
32. That's what I'm saying. It's been over 30 years that he's been an advocate, but he's been also, he's moved with the cocktail. He's moved with the, I think now he's at the point where he only takes one pill. I think they said one pill a month or something like that, or maybe one pill. I mean, whatever it is, he has transcended, the way a person with HIV, has moved, and he's been undetectable for over 30 years. Because he's done the right things. Because we get it. Money can help you do that, but he has been at this point now to the point where they don't complain about his blood drive giving. And he's. So I'm gonna say yes. Do I have a problem with it? No. Would I want a pint? If I was short.
I don't know. I think he was taking for if it's the last pint out there, you need it. If it's the last pint out there, you need it.
If I can live, I can live. I have my wife.
Magic word.
My wife. Look, Cookie ain't complaining. Cookie been taking this thing for. I mean, what you want to do? But like you just said, if it keeps me living,
right?
Okay. Hey man, bottoms up, man. Now my wife.
I don't think you drink it, though. I don't think you drink it.
I guess y'all brought some valid points though, because if they've been taking his blood for this long, then it's medically they think it's
okay.
It's okay that it can't harm anyone that receives a transfusion from his blood. So
So and now I say this here, from what I do know, when you do, it's the plasma that they take, and I don't know if they run it through, another, they run it through another cycle and if it comes back clean, they use it. But I know this had to be at least 25 years ago when they were like, listen, Magic Johnson he lined up and they had him on there. I mean, I know Kamari and Ashley got deep with it. You know what I mean? I got it. You're going to make me go back and watch this episode. But like I said, if you the question that you just asked, if this was the last one and it keeps me living, hey man, sign me up. You know what I mean? Put it in there.
I guess a lot of people's, I guess, first instinct, I guess, would be kind of like mine was, and not fully thinking about it. Just like people were when they first came out.
Mm-hmm.
People thought that by shaking his hand that you could get it.
Yeah.
So I guess some people still have that type of mindset also, to think that not knowing enough about the disease and how it can be transposed from one person to another one.
Yeah.
Then I guess it's that unknown that people don't really know.
And you're right that this would be the ultimate sign of trust in your doctors and your life, because like you said, it's bodily fluid that's passed here, and you finna hit me with a pint of it.
Yeah. So Snack said, man, there's people with hepatitis out there that's giving blood too. So,
Hep A, B, and C.
But the thing is how would they detect and know what you have when you go to donate that blood? Now, that just brings up another thought for me.
Now, don't get it twisted. They don't just say, "Hey, let me get this pint out you," and then come here, G, and then you just swap it out with him. Now they got to clean it, right? They run it through,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I guess they run it through, but they go get everything out that needs to get out when they run it through. Whatever they run it through before they
better get that shit out of there. I mean, I mean,
this
go
was
ahead.
crazy. This is what. So I used to give blood a lot. They stopped me from getting blood because I lived in Germany back in the 80s.
Okay, they stopped
And
you for what?
they stopped because of mad cow disease.
You had mad cow disease?
I did not have mad cow disease, but
Oh.
they said if you lived over in Europe
Hey,
in that time, that you could not give blood anymore.
hey,
They asked that
I was just
question?
about to say, huh?
Yes, they asked you did you live? Did you live in Europe? Have you ever lived in Europe? And if you did, what time? Yeah.
I don't remember that question.
Yeah, man. Life South. I used to give to them all the time. Life South.
I was about to say, no wonder mad cowboy disease. That. No wonder. Okay.
That's undercover shade that Jesus.
I was about to say it makes sense. So how long were you in Germany?
3 years. 3 years.
Okay. That military time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So mad cow disease is passed through tainted meat.
Yeah, I guess it was. I guess that in like 86, 85, that them cows were out there dying from whatever it was.
They were being fed a meal that was another cow. Like, they were being fed. And that's how I get started.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Kamara had a question there, G.
He said, "Are you sure you don't have mad cow disease?" You gotta call it mad cowboy disease, right? Mad cowboy disease. He does have that.
Speaking of fandoms, how did the sports business get these fans to be so loyal? What do you think happened, man? Like, the fans are so loyal to their teams. Why do you think this is, and what do you think it caused you to be a Falcon fan to your heart, and Kanisha to be a Cleveland fan to her heart, and dang OG a Commanders fan to his heart, and me to name my daughter Dallas? And what is it that
I knew you were a fan when I found that out. I knew that.
I can't. We can't call her Dallas. She has a middle name.
What's her middle name?
He's not gonna tell us, but I had to ask my brother. My brother knows.
Oh. When he introduced me to her,
what is Dallas's middle name, James? Because G's not gonna tell us.
Me and my wife, like when I came over to the house, and I met Dallas for the first time at his Easter egg house party, and
Easter egg house?
Yes, it wasn't Easter egg. The kids hunted for Easter eggs in the house. It was a sight to see. I ain't gonna lie to you. Every kid had at least 100 eggs. But anyway, and so when I met her, I was like this. So I got on the phone. I called Bobby, my cousin. I said, man, it's real. And he said, what you mean? I said, he is a loyal Dallas Cowboy fan for real. This dude named his child Dallas, and he was like, Cowboy? I said, no, it's just Dallas. The girl name made Dallas Cowboy. And he was like, wow. And I was like, I know, man. I said, that's how deep his, and then listen, in his closet, it was number Cowboy shirts. And so this is when his wife was, taking us, to the house. And so my wife goes, does he have any other clothes? I said, not the one he wants you to see. Fandom is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, to answer the question on my end, I'm a fan, but I'm not a fanatic. I think G is a fanatic. I'm a fan, who loves, I'm loyal to my team, but I also like other teams too. I like watching other teams, I grew up honestly, I was a Brett Favre fan coming up. You know what I'm saying? Brett Favre was I ain't gonna lie, I thought I could throw like him, and I couldn't, but I'm just saying I was a cheesehead because of Brett Favre, And then, when he went to Minnesota, I watched him in Minnesota. When he went to the Jets, but it's like I'm a fan of good football, so I like watching Green Bay play. I loved it when they played against us when we had Michael Vick, Now, honestly, like I said, as a Falcons fan, I've been let down many years, just like a bad girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? But you stay, you stay loyal to it. But then I'll say, but you still look around, you like other things, because my team traditionally has been a winner for a small period of time. But we were always, the stomping mat, for a lot of teams. We were always a highlight film for other teams. But because I'm an ATLian to my heart, that's my team. You know what I'm saying? That's my go-to. That's my bottom chick. You know what I mean?
Okay. OG.
I don't know. I guess it just kind to me. It just comes with the territory. I mean, when you look at that team, then that's your team. And I guess I'm kind of like Corey. I talk a lot of smack. And I like talking smack.
Yes, you do.
But I wouldn't say I'm a fanatic. I'm a fan. And I just like the sports. I like sports. I like the interaction back and forth. But I will say I talk smack, but I can take the smack when they give it back to me. I mean, they come in too. Everybody can't do that.
Now let me add this. So as a season ticket holder via my wife, thank you very much, baby. We get a lot of perks, right? Get a lot of emails, and she'll go, "Hey, listen, they're gonna have a online, talk with." I don't want to do that, that the assistant coach is gonna be speaking from 10 to 10. Yeah, I can do without that. I want to see it. I don't want you. I'm not the one that want to talk to you about it. Or, hey, coach, tell me what you've been. Show me how. You know what I'm saying? I get all of that at the game. Or she'll go, listen, Terry Fontenot. They send an email saying Terry Fontenot will be live for 1 hour. He's gonna. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I might tune in, but then I don't have to. You know what I mean?
So, Corey, last season, your wife said you wasn't always enthusiastic. So you're gonna be more enthusiastic this season.
No, when we're losing, I'm not enthused. I'm like,
but you still got to cheer your team on, man. You can't say because I remember you saying, I know you run out of time. I remember you saying that when y'all are ahead and the game get close, you say something like, "Oh, it's only a matter of time." You can't say like that,
man. But it did. It was like, and it's so frustrating when you see it coming. It's like a slap coming because you see the dude finna, hey man, or. How look, I know this sound I ain't saying it's a little racist, but how black people, we know when the trouble coming. How when you at a party or there's a bunch of people, you be like, hey man, this just something don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? You had that spidey sense, and I go, we about to get this game away again. And then my wife go, oh no, they're gonna win. Don't even feel that way. I interception, pick six. Like, but I'm there to the end. I'm there to the end, but it's like because I've been treated this way for so long, this is how I feel. Yeah, I hope. Look, you see, we paying for more tickets. I'm going right back into the danger zone. But what you say, babe? I want to give my input on my team. They're here for me. Or
she said she go cheer regardless. She go cheer all the time. She's not gonna sit there and take that we about to lose mentality.
I don't say that. I just say here we go.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
When you see that, hey man, listen. When the bowling ball moving, it take a lot to stop. But when the train moving, you see that it rolling down the hill. You like, here we go, And then your quarterback, we about to win the game, and then he'll fumble it, and then they go back for impossible points to lose. You know what I'm saying? They need 16 points. And they'll get it. 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion or two touchdowns and a field goal to lose. You're like, how? But
James was gonna say you gotta have faith, man.
I got enough. I got enough.
Kanisha said she on the inside. She sent an email to the Browns and she feels like she's a GM.
That's my type of girl.
She is good for that.
I used to call Jerry Jones' office number.
Did he ever answer? Did he ever answer?
No, you just leave a message on the voicemail.
What do you get out of doing that?
Yeah,
he's gonna hear what we got to say.
So do you think he has to go back and listen to that?
Me and my uncle, man, we used to do it every game.
You think he'll go back and listen?
Somehow, I think he does. Or he has people that do. And if we give him some good advice, man, he might jump on, man. Hey,
see, you and my wife do that same thing. Let me tell you something. I get let down by this Zaxby's over here behind the building. Every time I go there, they got no sauce, they got no fries. You know, it always misses something. And then, but my wife would be like, "Listen, I'm calling. I'm calling KFC." Cause one time I ain't gonna lie, we went there and they were out of chicken, and so me personally, I go, "Yeah, well, you know, let's go somewhere else." You know what? I'm calling. That's not going to create, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like on Boulder Crest. It's been 2 times where we in that line, and and they were out of chicken. They go, the lady go, "Let me tell you what we do have." Before you even say welcome, let me tell you what we got. Before you know, I'm like, y'all out of chicken, and so my wife is sitting there. She go, "I'm calling corporate." Me personally, I go, "All right, well, we'll come back another time." But some people, like you said, want to voice their opinion on Burger King was out of burgers one time. These are Burger King. You know.
How much time you got, man?
I got. That's it.
That's what I thought. Hey, real quick, let me talk about Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones said, "The heck with your guard, G. Either he come back and play, or he just sit out. He ain't getting no more money."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He said he'll be back when it's time. That's what he said.
Okay.
That's what he said. Yeah. Hey, man, did we give our sponsor a shout out?
I didn't. I forgot.
All right. That's all right. That's all right. Let's before we pull off, man, let's give our great sponsor a big shout out. Big Corey, man, I know you got to go, man. So I'll put you on the avatar. But you know we got to give our guy a shout out, man. None other than
Or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan. The crew and you have the perfect guy for you. The mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you.
all right, man. Appreciate you, Alvin Jameson. All right, OG, you want to close out? You want me to do it?
You go ahead and do it.
All right, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all rocking with us, man. This is episode 24 in the books, man. We had a great episode. Hey, appreciate you, OG, man, for holding the fort down, man, for hosting for us today, man. Wow, the JOB tried to kill us out there. So, but we thank y'all. We thank y'all, each and every one of y'all out there. While I'm doing this, let me go ahead and put it out. There we go. All right, y'all can hear me?
Yes,
sir. There
sir.
we go. All right, now, man, we appreciate it, man. Everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, man, thank y'all for rocking with us. James Littlejohn, Kamarie White. Make sure y'all check my dog out live with Ashley and Kamarie every Tuesday morning, baby. All right, Kanisha Davis, James Littlejohn, Snack Panther, my guy, Ashley Angelina, Kamarie White. I keep saying names over and over, don't I?
Look, they need. They gotta get that live show because you know the stuff they be talking about. You want to chime in too.
Yeah.
Mario, y'all got to change over to that live.
Rodney Littlejohn, my dog, man. We love y'all. Remember to keep your head on swivel and keep God first, man. We will see y'all on Sunday at 8:00, and on Sunday we will be talking about this right here.
What race that is? What race is that?
Hey,
So that's Colin.
Yeah, that's Colin. That's their nephew. Look,
Who nephew? Yeah.
That you met Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll jump into that on Sunday, man. But we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. See y'all on Wednesday, baby. We are out.
What's the day? OG?
Hump day.
Yeah, I'm almost there, baby. with the crew and you. To the crew and you.